Well, a lot of work being done today. I literally have sat in my driveway, drank my drink, well, most of it, and finished an email, did 2 videos that I sent out to you. I thought it'd be a good time to start laying the foundation of Harrisburg for us, paving the way. Now, we are going to do a live show, so many of our clients are going to get a sneak peek of what we're bidding on any particular day, given some of the videos. Now, as you guys saw in Lexington, we brought you 5 or 10 videos of horses we found interesting, but not all the horses we bought or bid on were on that particular list. We couldn't do that. We had a ton of horses each day to look at. We just ended up bringing you horses that interested us, and we'll do that again this year. But now we are exactly 10 days out, for the most part, of at least viewing the horses. Starting to get emails in now, starting to see people buy lots off of us, the lots of the partnerships, the groups that we're putting together. So that's exciting and interesting and helpful, as I said in the video earlier. But I will give you a little look. There are 38 horses in the sale so far that I found very interesting. Now, very interesting in Harrisburg to me is a number of things. You know, not interesting to me is going to Harrisburg and looking at all the most expensive, well-bred, well put together babies. What we're looking for we are looking for those horses at a more affordable price if offered, but we are looking for horses that maybe fit what we're trying to do, but also fit our budget, what we're trying to do. And it's not that we're going there with our pockets empty, but it is not September, right? It's not even October. It's going to be November. And we have over 50 horses, over 50 yearlings in our stable so far. So what do we need? Where are we going to find it? What is the price going to be? Now, I'm not going to price these horses today. That would be unfair for a number of reasons. The first one being I haven't seen them yet. I can just tell you what they look like to me. Now, this list will and should be dominated by Pennsylvania trotting fillies, Ontario trotting colts, and maybe the odd New Jersey trotting filly also, depending on what's there. There are some other horses that I threw in here that I thought were interesting and well worth a look. Again, we're not going to shy away from value if it's staring us right in the face, and I want to be prepared for whatever comes about. First horse I'm looking at is number 54, a Father Patrick, out of a Trixton mare who happens to be a sister to Shake It Sherry and Brace for Landing. Now, I looked at Brace for Landing's sister in the sale. Now, this filly, again, she's a filly, should bring a lot of money, but this is a colt and a Father Patrick colt. Father Patrick were a little discounted this year. I suspect that being because his son Green Shoe is now in the exact same jurisdiction. So is this going to be a situation where a lot of the Muscle Hill sons are coming after Muscle Hill? Still got to dethrone the king, and although Father Patrick isn't the king, he's been a good sire. He's thrown a lot of good horses, and we're going to be on the lookout for whatever we can. Again, 6 packs were seemingly somewhat discounted, and so were the Father Patrick's. International money, again, I have 1 or 2 on this list I really, really, really like. I'm going to run through some of them quick. 54, Memory It's a stupid name. Memor and Imagination is a bay colt, April 18th, out of, as I said, a Trixton mare who's a sister to our Brace for Landing, but also Shake It Cherry, who's sister to Solvig. So, a horse we're going to be looking at, that one's likely not attainable. Neither is that one, although this one I'm going to focus on very, very closely. I'm not going to bring you this horse today because this is a horse that could lay on the surface. This would not be a value purchase, but a horse that we're very interested in. Number 75, this is a colt who is a brother to Spy Booth, King Alfonso, and Periculum. Good-looking horse. Probably will bring a ton of money, but again, only New Jersey eligible, and it is a colt on our radar. I'm not going to talk about many of the pacers on here for today. Here's a filly, again, Walner, probably not affordable. getting my steps in CrossFit's sister, but again, just New Jersey eligible. You have to be cognitive of that. It is an actual thing. So, Kinesiology, number 103, interesting looking horse. A horse that I did like, Luke the Spook. That is a Pennsylvania and Kentucky eligible brother to Aglaria M and Harness Am. And you might say, Anthony, Aglaria M, she's so painful. Yes, she is. But that's a Southwind Frank thing where I think she's fast, but she interferes a little bit. And it's not that she interferes a lot. I've had horses that really interfere and stay at their gate. Aglaria M kind of interferes a bit and then just kind of gives up, rolls off. And it's not, she's a fighter in a race. It's so frustrating to see her do this. But I know it's a Southwind Frank thing because I had her sister by Father Patrick, Harness AM, and she never made breaks. Very, very rarely made breaks. So Luke the Spook, he's a colt, April 24th colt. We'll be looking at him. But again, you have to understand, anything that says and Kentucky beside it will. I said it before we got to Kentucky. I'll say it again now. They may be at a premium for sure. Now here's a filly, Queen Mary Hanover, number 120. She's a 10th foal. Now, if you guys remember, a horse I was the underbidder on, liked very much, and went quite deep on last year, was a colt named Quebec Hanover. Now, although I haven't seen the update and I didn't look him up, it just says Now To It Racing. He may have done great things since then, or he may be shut down. I have no idea. But I like the video on this filly. I like the fact that I did like her brother last year at Quebec Hanover, who was a Walner. This is Father Patrick. Again, it's not like Father Patrick has done tremendous things for us, but I am looking for value. Single eligibility, Pennsylvania only, Father Patrick filly, deep pedigree, but again, there's enough there to say we can't get her, but there's enough there to say we can get her, so you have to be paying attention in that regard. This one I'm not going to mention. We're not going to get her. This is a horse here I thought was pretty interesting looking for a number of reasons. We'll go through them all right now. Sambuca Hanover. This is a burr hopping. Now, burr hopping semen is not strong. That's why you don't see a lot of them. There's a real problem with Resolve here in Ontario. In fact, I heard rumblings that he's leaving. He's going to Italy to be stand stud. I don't know how truthful that is. I can't even remember who told me, but I remember hearing it at the time and thinking that it was pretty competent information. So, burr hopping. I don't know what boat he's in regards to how many mares he gets in full, but I know it is a problem. So burr hopping does have this filly. This is an embryo transfer filly, only Pennsylvania eligible, and she's a sister to a horse that we loved last year. Did not turn out to be a great horse. That was her full brother, Snowman Hanover. I know that Ray and Mark had trained down this horse. They thought very highly of him, and he just didn't get there when push came to shove. And I can't really tell you why. I'm not privy to the inside information of Snowman Hanover, but I know his sister, Sambuca Hanover, a good-looking filly. Again, with Tactical Landing filly, who's a full sister to Brace for Landing. That family. We're not going to be able to afford this filly, but she is on my list. A Tactical Landing colt. I'll talk about tactfully put. I like this horse. 7 on the Rocks we raced against, I think with Bomb Hugger, if I'm not mistaken. It was a pretty decent filly, made $133,000. That was a Chapter 7 filly. Good family here, and a decent video from this colt. I really, really liked what I saw here. Again, New Jersey only eligible, Tactical Landing. You know, it's funny, I thought the Tactical Landings were discounted a bit, and then when Steve actually broke the numbers down right in front of me for Tactical Landing, I'm like, wow, he actually sold pretty strong. The ones we got I thought were very affordably priced, but maybe you miss the forest for the trees sometimes, I guess. Another embryo transfer, New Jersey only. This is an interesting one. This is there's no way we should be able to buy this filly. This is an embryo transfer, New Jersey only, eligible, Tactical Landing filly, who is a sister to Father Patrick. You may also say, oh, by the way, that's a sister to good as him. You're correct. But we're going to go with Father Patrick and Pastor Stephen at this moment. So, I kind of scrubbed it out here. It looks like Glamorous Hanover. Is that right? I kind of scrubbed it out. Doesn't really matter at this point. I don't know why my thing isn't up there. Oh, the tools. There we go. Is it Glamorous? Let's hit erase. Yes, Glamorous Hanover. Number 152, Glamorous Hanover. Shouldn't be able to afford this horse, but you factor in the embryo transfer, you factor in that it's New Jersey only, still should not be able to afford, even remotely afford this filly. But a filly I'm very interested in, we're going to keep an eye on. Donatover's brother, Pennsylvania only eligible. His name is Ariellis Hanover. He's a green shoe, 187, brother to Donato Hanover. This is a good family and a nice video. Really, really nice video of this colt. I like him a lot, but again, don't really need a Pennsylvania colt, so it's going to be as much shopping bag as it is value or anything else for us here. We want to make sure that we're going into 2023 with a well-structured crew of horses. And again, I'm not going to overspend to do that, and I'm not going to just go out and look for those horses only. We are going to continue to look at value, but it is on my mind also. I did not miss Austral Hanover's sister by bar hopping. Now, I will tell you that his other sister by bar hopping looked like she interfered and hit her knees a little bit. We were bidding on her. What was her name this year? I don't think it was Zach on the Max. No, she didn't even make it on the page, I don't think. Could have been Zach on the Max. It could have been. Cantab. That was a Cantab. No, I think this was a bar hopping sister. Can't remember. But Austral Hanover's international money. Great horse for us, which is shocking because he was such a terrible horse when we broke him. But when push came to shove and the gate opened up, Austral Hanover definitely rang the bell, definitely answered the bell every single time. So this is a bar hopping sister to Austral Hanover, number 197, Artesian Hanover. What is this one? Like this video too, number 243, Queen's Landing, Tactical Landing, New Jersey only eligible, from Wallenridge. Really nice video. Yankee Glide mare. What do we see here? Yankee Glide from one previous foal. That also is a Tactical Landing. No updates on this horse just yet. Out of a sister to Il Villaggio. No. This was one I really liked too. A beautiful chestnut filly. Hanover Shoe Farms, Alista Hanover. This is a sister to May Carp. Now, May Carp did well for Lucas Wallin at 2 and I believe 3. I don't know whatever happened to May Carp. Does it say it was exported or anything? No, it does not. Up and Ready in the second dam. Very strong family. This is a horse we probably shouldn't afford. But again, interested. Only one jurisdiction. She is a chestnut filly. And a lot of people say, well, people love chestnuts. That's not completely accurate. A lot of people don't love chestnuts. Now, I don't have a problem with chestnuts. In fact, every chestnut in our barn has done us some good this year. We have 3 of them minimum. So I certainly don't have a problem with chestnuts, but that isn't the majority in horse racing. So number 277, Alista Hanover, we're definitely going to keep an eye on. Locatelli's sister is in the sale. She's a green shoe. There is no possible way we'll be able to afford this filly. Shouldn't afford her. Nice video. Good looking filly. I obviously want to have a look at her. But Locatelli, nevertheless, this is, I just want to make sure it is. And it is a Heaven's Door. I think this is Locatelli's sister, Goldbug Hanover. And as Amy pointed out, oddly enough, born on Amy's birthday. I never look at that. She saw it right away. Goldbug Hanover, number 295. That'll bring us pretty near, well past day number 1, but more than enough horses for you guys to sink your teeth into. Got a couple of trotting colts here on my list. I see another trotting colt. That one will bring lots of money. Very nice video. I have marked a number. This will be my final one of the morning, number 327. Jakarta Hanover, out of a muscle mass mare. Now, I made note that the pedigree isn't as strong as you would like in this filly, but had a really, really nice video, moved really well, and a horse that I wanted to see. This year, for the first time, actually, we have a ton of horses that I'm interested in looking at in the Hanover Shoe consignment, Hanover Shoe Farm consignment. So every year we look at some. We don't buy a ton of horses there. We do buy some horses there. But I noticed that when I went through my list of horses I was interested in, at the end of the day, when it was all said and done, at least thus far, a number of those horses were Hanover horses. So that's up to, let's say, somewhere around mid-300, well into day number 2. I'll continue to bring you guys some updates throughout the week. See how it goes. We're always looking to change things up. I noticed that a lot of the lists that are being sent to me have a lot of the horses on my list, in their list also. So like-minded clients nonetheless. People know what we're looking for and know what we're after, trying to look for their own sorts of value. Also, maybe I missed some. Who knows? It's unlikely, but it's possible. So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. 15 minutes of about a big day and a half so far in Harrisburg. Maybe tomorrow I'll bring you above 300. Lots of horses right through the end of the sale. In fact, some very interesting horses well into day number 3. So that I found that very, very interesting too. I'll bring you the rest of that list, at least, and that list isn't really important. When I get, there's 80 horses on my front list. Of those 80, we'll probably add another 45 as we look at them in Harrisburg. We'll subtract some from that list. There'll be some movement, fluidity there. And then when we get down to that shorter list, it will likely hang out around 50 or 60 horses that we're looking at, and also other horses to keep our eye on that we likely can't afford, or maybe I didn't love, but at that price, just can't pass them up. A lot of lists go into, and a lot of information goes into how we buy our horses every year, and Harrisburg is absolutely no different. So there you have it, a little sneak peek of maybe the first day and a half or so at what we're roughly looking at heading into Harrisburg 2022. Take care.